training meditation and one-hand handstanding right now, ninth limb. And so Brian was having some insomnia, you could say. No, the opposite of what is that? Falling asleep very easily while he's meditating. It's from a collapsed chest, shallow breathing, it kind of passes you out. So we need to sit with open chest, but we don't want to put effort into it because that distracts from the meditation. So the thighs, the femur can flex, extend, abduct, adduct, internal rotation, external rotation. 3-dimensional space, X, Y, Z, both directions. Now the thing is, the shin bones, they can rotate relative to the femur when the knee is bent, but not with the straight leg. If this is locked, if I externally or internally rotate the shins, meaning the ankle, I try to turn it, the femur turns too. I can't help it. Bend the knee and I can do them separate. So I bend the knee, external rotate the shin, external rotate the femur. You know, my workshops go into how to do that, finding the deeper muscles in the hips, but for now, we're just gonna sit, we need a wall, all right? David, would you come on this side of the doorway?
Yeah.
So, Brian, you just use the wall facing that way, right here. You would do this, like, when I do this, I wake up in bed just leaning against the wall, you know? But,
Okay.
So just,
set this up.
you'll put this right next to the wall. You might want it, you know, facing forward. Yeah. Okay. However you get down, and then just cross your legs and sit your tailbone as close to the wall as comfortable. That'll change your, you know, it'll change. You're sitting just cross-legged, and I want you to think about the outsides of your thighs dropping and the insides of your thighs rising, just naturally with gravity. And then putting the palms face up it's solar. This is a heating, yang, hand position. And just feel it pour into your hands in the upper part of your arms and into your chest. And you can also use the back of your head. But keep the back relaxed. We're not trying to push into the wall. You think about your tailbone facing forward. And your pubes, almost, you could think of pulling your pubes in toward your navel. And your breath. Now, if you had 2 of these, let's say, because you could buy 2 of these for about $8 or $9 at any department store. You could sit a little away from the wall even. Could like scoot your hips about that far from the wall, like a block's width. Yeah, bring your back away for a second. And you could, maybe you scoot a couple inches more. And you could kind of lean back, so you have 2 of those. You just put that down in your lower back, and this becomes a very therapeutic meditation pose. Do you feel the difference, Brian? Yeah. Is it more comfortable, or what would you say?
I feel like there's less pressure through this area in the spine, like the lower part of the spine. It feels like it's relaxing now.
So a very useful, simple meditation. Just to kind of throw it out there, Brian probably has his own practice, he knows. But to just feel the breath, almost like a river of air that's flowing in both directions. And it gently massages over an invisible point, let's call it. An invisible energy wheel that's kind of hovering in the throat, right behind the tongue. And the breath goes over that, and it turns this little energy wheel, the breath does. And and then contemplating the different chakras. I would just advise to go there. If you can do that and that's no problem, then you need to hit me up, because I want to hear where else you're going with it. And right before you wake up, right after you wake up, is the best time to meditate. But don't let that stop you. Meditate any time of day, because that becomes an excuse if we're just like, yeah, I missed the ideal time, I'm just going to wait till tomorrow. You do it whenever you want, until you develop a want for some discipline, because it becomes much more scientific when you do it at the same time. It becomes a reference point that you come into this diurnal cycle, is what you call that, the day and night. And then it becomes an exploration of what did I do in the last 24 hours that is affecting my kind of timestamp. Each day I meditate at this time. Why is today different from yesterday? And you explore what you did, and then you start to just analyze your life, your habits. It's just another way into that conditioning that we all have. From Maya. In Sanskrit, you'd call the illusion of the world Maya, what you're attached to. Yoga, meditation, helps us realize those for ourselves, and then we decide if we want to keep it or not. So on that, I'll peace out with everybody. I accept you as you are. I don't want to change you. But if you want to change, I can help you with that. And this is, for me, the meaning of Namaste.